Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. And it's the day after Christmas, and since the hot air +2 hot air gun of burning caught on fire yesterday, it has been replaced now with the +5 hot air gun of burning, which has even more settings. Look at this. It's obviously a very sophisticated magic item. It's going to take some getting used to. I hope it's as good as the +2 was, but we can always erase that 5 and put something else there, like the sucky hot air gun of burning or something if we have to. So anyways, I'd like to welcome this new magic item to the team. It's a big deal. All right, it doesn't hang on my spot the same way, whereas good. All right, so I have a fight to run. I'm going to have somebody who is called the Ornamancer, and he puts people in snow globes and stuff like that and turns them into ornaments, and that's how he fights. On his in his icy throne room, he has snow globes, and he summons stuff out of them to fight the party. So the first thing I need to do is make that room. So what I have here is a piece of a board game. I don't know from what board game it came. I buy them at the Dollar Tree, not Dollar Tree, Goodwill and stuff, and take all the pieces, and then I have all this extra board game stuff. So let's start by painting this white. I'm going to get kind of a bigger brush for this job. I say white, but I'm actually going to do white and light blue. Okay. I'm hoping we can get this in one coat, but we might not, and that's okay if we don't. Because you know what? For me, having a cool boss fight floor is better than not. Whoa. Drama. All right, now we're going to hit this with the +2 hot air gun of burn. Oh, I'm sorry. The +5 hot air gun of burning. And I'm already seeing spots where there's just way too much paint. And I'm going to fix that by getting just a big brush with nothing on it and wiping some of that down. And that should get rid of the excess paint pretty easily. I'm going to set that brush off to the side. less blue than I had originally wanted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back through here, and I'm just going to get a piece of cardboard in that blue. Okay. And I think I could go a little bluer than that, really. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to my white. And I'm just going to leave that blue there, and it's not going to hurt anything, I don't think. Oh, that's way more white than I wanted. No problem. I'm going to get some of that off there. I'm going to grab that white. And just kind of make that look less of an intentional pattern. Okay, and we're done with that. Let's dry this off again. Oops. All right, so you want gloss Mod Podge for this next part. Well, that's a lot more than I probably need. And you need a soft brush. Something with a big surface that you can work with. And it's got to be clean. So what we want to do now is spread that gloss Mod Podge out evenly over this surface. Like that. You don't have to get it exactly to the edges because I'm going to be covering those with bricks, believe it or not. To outline where this room ends a little easier for the fight so people don't get excited and think the rest of the dungeon's free game. Okay. Now I'm going to draw a line across the middle like that. And then I'm just going to create my Zamboni lines. Okay. Let's hit this with a hot air gun. My hand's super covered in stuff. All right, so now we need something to make walls with. And probably the easiest thing to make the little walls for this would be to use some of this Dollar Tree foam. So I'm just going to get a metal rule. And these walls do not have to be the exact same perfection or anything. They are just a barrier to show where the room ends mostly. Okay. And I don't care if they're perfect. Okay, so those will be ballpark for what we need. And then I don't want the inside of the walls to be, the outside of the walls to be textured. So I'm only going to pull this off on the insides. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of divide it in half, like that. I'm going to get my knife, and I'm not even going to pull it all the way through. I'm just going to make a dent, like that. And you don't have to make this perfect. Trust me, it won't make any difference in the craft. Okay. And we're going to kind of roughly break this up into bricks, just like that. And we're not going to chip these up or anything, okay? Leave them smooth and nice. Okay, so we have the flat edge. This is a little curved on top. That's okay. Then we're just going to come back. Don't put any stone texture or anything on these guys. Don't do it. I know the temptation's there. Okay, and then you got to do 4 of those. 3 of them are important, and the last one's not as important. Okay, let's see how fast we can get through this. And you're like, oh, the bow, if we only do one side, don't worry about it. Trust me, it'll be all right. I'm going to see if I can just do my pen line without cutting first, because I don't need a whole lot of deep detail on this. And that was crooked as shit. And that happens. That's okay. Okay. We're done with that. You could probably already guess what's happening here. These are snow blocks or ice blocks. Okay, so we are going to paint these, but we're going to put them on here first. So first, let's measure out our sides so we know the front is going to be the only one we have to do anything fancy to. So that'll be that. We can actually glue those on better. Let's paint them first and then put them on, because my glue gun's not heated up like a dumbass. All right, so get a shot glass or something, plastic that you can use. get a light blue. I'm going to mix 2 light blues. I'm going to mix this sky blue and whatever that other blue I have is. China blue, I think it's called. Just getting a little bit of that. A little bit of that China blue. And I'm going to get a little bit of glossy Mod Podge. Okay. And where's my cutting board that I use all the time? I've lost my cutting board. Yeah, I sure as hell did. Oh, there it is. Ugh. All right, so these don't move while I'm painting them. I'm just going to get a dab of glue. Oh, my glue gun's not hot. Okay. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. So I got this here, and I'm going to get a brush that's clean. I'm going to mix that up. And it's a little bluer than I wanted, but that's okay. Get down to your cracks pretty good. My goal is that at 30 minutes we'll have a good boss room built. And then I can just do a couple quick videos on making some scatter and maybe making the boss. The scatter is important in this fight because the scatter are the snow globes and the ornaments that he'll be summoning from. And until the party figures that out, then you got a problem. Let's set that off to the side and let's hit these with the air gun. I need to, where's that brush? Need a little bit for the edge down here so I can get it. Not a big deal. All right. This should be able to dry pretty easy if I had this. If I could just glue these down. Is it dry yet? There we go. Then they wouldn't move so much. Okay. All right, now I can kind of hit them with the air gun a little better and dry them off. All right, so get a soft brush, like a makeup brush from the Dollar Tree, a little bit of cardboard. And if you have any white paint from the floor left over, that would be perfect for this part. And then what we want to do is we just kind of want to drag that around a little bit. Just like that. Nothing too fancy. Okay. You guys thinking it's going to be all right, isn't it? All right, let's get our floorboard and start on our walls. Okay, so to do my walls, I'm just going to get a dab of glue And I don't care if it runs out or runs over. And I'm going to straighten that out and pull it along the back. And I don't care if it's lined up perfectly or anything. I just don't care. Okay. Let's get another one. Snip that off flat. Just like that. Oh, got some glue back here I can't get off. All right, we'll just cut off more of it. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. Okay. And put a little bit there. Turn it. Whoosh. And let's get it locked into place. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be anything. Just get it on there. Okay. And we're just going to snip this front part off right here. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. I think you guys are getting it. You're figuring out how it's working. Okay. Get that down. Is it settled? Good. Just like that. All right. And last but not least, we need to do the front wall. And all I'm doing is making that roughly the same height, or length, I mean. And then seeing how much of a boss door I need to whip off of that. So that the door into the room, we can make something cool for that. Okay. That should be big enough. Same thing. Glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 glue. Doesn't matter if it's perfect or straight, just get it on there. And the glue that's sticking out in the bottom, you don't need to paint it or worry about or do anything with it. It doesn't matter. We get another glue stick. Same thing on the other side. Okay. Glue. All right, now we need a doorway. Too easy. We see how wide that is, right? Oh, I'm stuck to it. Okay. So let's see what we can do with this. Let's just make it curved up and down. Doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm just freestyling. And then on this side, I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna look at my pen. I'm gonna make this into like a keystone. Something like that. And I'm just gonna make some bricks coming down. I'm not even worrying about the inside or the outside. Okay. Get that brush or get that paint. Get a brush to get it in all over this. I'm going to get a dab of glue. Glue this down to my cutting board so it's a little easier. Okay, let that sit for a second. And there we go. Okay. Not going for perfection, but you might want to rip off any weird chunks where you cut it bad. Okay, no perfection involved here. Air gun it. I'm trying to dry my paint on my hand a little bit so I don't get my new air gun all painted up. Now I've changed my mind about doing both sides of this one. So I'm just going to pull the backing off. I'm going to glue it into place, and then I'm going to paint the outside of it because I want to. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to get my blue and quickly and not thoroughly paint the top of my room. And then half-assedly, I'm going to get some of that white that's left up there. I'm going to brush it across my doorway some. All right. So we got a pretty good guard room there. I do want to build, oh, that's coming loose over there. I do want to use some glue, and I want to strengthen this up. So I'm collapsing my gun's little rest there. I'm just going to drag my glue into the cracks. Like that. Okay. And there's my ice room. I'm not going to clear coat or anything. I'm probably only going to use it once. I have nowhere to store all this kind of big stuff like this. So I'll dry this off and I'll take a photo of it and we'll call it a win. I might not even dry it off. But I am going to be using that in my game today, so I'm going to put it in front of the fan to dry. I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to hang out with me. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, and all the happy crappy that makes the channel grow. Leave a comment. Please head to the website, buy some miniatures from dungeonswag.com. Link will be in the description. Or do me a favor and come join the Discord. Hang out with us. See what we're up to. Craft with us. Show us what you're making. We'll show you what we're making. Everybody will show everybody something. It'll be fun. I don't promise. It actually is fun. I shouldn't say that. I do have a good time doing it, and I like the people on there. But I'm not promising you'll have fun is what I mean. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.